Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight on the Onward Master League, we have a great lineup for you. We have Blaze versus BossFight. My name is TFH, and I will be bringing you the action today. Some of you may have noticed that Xandria signed up. Unfortunately, he couldn't make it, so we'll have to carry on solo, but that is a-okay. We're gonna immediately jump into these pick bands here. I've only got one for you guys today, and please ignore the one that says tanker, but it is only Suburbia today from Blaze. BossFight has not messaged me about any kind of band, so shame on you. Shame on you, BossFight. And you have a caster on your team now. Our lovely Lonely Viper is a member of BossFight. Once again, he's made his return. And I do believe he's actually on the roster for today, so this will be a very good match to see. Our first map will be a favorite of mine, Cargo. And without further ado, let's just let the teams know that we are good. Both these teams are very known for being highly skilled and top tier teams. BossFight originally, back in old days of Season 4, were at some points the team to beat. And they always seem to have a reoccurring presence at major LAN events. So definitely keep your eyes on them. Without further ado, we're gonna drop you right into the action. No filler is needed. We're going to round one of Cargo. To your positions, Noman says. There are no positions on Cargo, we all know that. Noman immediately catching out UC Death, bringing it down to a 4v5. Blaze's advantage. Smoke's coming out. Let's check out what BossFight's doing for their defense. They're not pushing up too far. They're kind of actually being relatively conservative, letting Blaze at least take up territory up to the middle building there. More smoke's coming out. With only 4 members left against the 5, it doesn't work that well. Hey, Piefish catches out 0. Making it now to a 4v4. Noman catching out Highfish on that refrag. Able to actually kind of slither his way around the cargo container there, be able to get the confirmation, but now there are 2 members of BossFight standing right in his path who probably can hear him running very loudly. He knows to shoot through that container, which you totally can. Ooh. Oh, he wasn't able to react quick enough after one member, Viper, actually stood up and was able to tag out Noman. Radarhead also finds himself a kill, bringing it down to a 1v2. Blaze's disadvantage. Blaze initially got the advantage in this map by finding out the immediate pick right off the bat, but BossFight just held their ground. They waited for Blaze to come to them, and they punished because they just held the angles, which BossFight is really good at doing. Let's take an onboard with our boy Squiggy as he tries to make sense of all this. Now, both members of BossFight, from his perspective, are completely concealed. He doesn't know where they are. So that's why we see him kind of scanning around, panning around, looking for any kind of sign of retaliation. He's taking his time. He's not going to expose himself too much. His biggest concern off the get-go here is the person who's either in the yellow room or at the barrels. It's looking like he's in the barrels, which is really tough because if we look at the map really quick, BossFight have this whole lane controlled here. Matter of fact, let me turn those lasers on so you can see. But if he walks across that line there are 2 members of BossFight who know where he's at. He takes out one, but he's gonna get shot from behind as Radar Head will find Squigookin. And BossFight take the first map. Blaze were just a little too impatient there. If they took their time a bit more while they still had the numbers to support them, they probably could have gotten a couple more picks, just like kind of how Noman was able to find it out. May have been able to get closer to objective, but BossFight, they just find these places, they lock it down. And they're able to punish when people get into their lanes of control, which I clearly, or I briefly highlighted, I should say, in that last round. This is the part where I do like a source citation because I'm a nerd, as Xandria would like to call me. It's okay to be nerds, people. It's okay. Both teams are now using a decent chunk of time on their intermission to strategize. And it's interesting to see how strategy plays such an importance on what is the quickest map there is in Onward, I would argue. Only to be rivaled by Tanker and Suburbia, one of which we will not be playing. But we will be going into round 2 very shortly here. See BossFight go on the offensive here, and you see what I'm seeing. Our boy Viper has a shield. We are in a league match right now. Please keep it down. How civilized. Noman finding Scooby-Doo right off the get-go, but it's actually a trade, which Noman gets the better of. Prefontaine will get that res, bringing it down to a 4v5. BossFight's disadvantage, but that has not deterred them before. It will not deter them now. Long nade going out, falling short. To see the laser light show of green lasers holding these lanes. Blaze has actually opted to take real estate even further back than BossFight. No one except Zero has opted to go beyond the objective, which leaves Zero very very exposed. There's no way to get a refrag. There's no way to support him if someone tries to make the move on him. Zero is acting as kind of like a sentry to figure out where this push is happening from. Noman finding Radar Head, getting his second kill of the round. Third one for the day. And BossFight's choosing to use up that expeditious 6 minutes of time. Viper with the shield, laser, and night vision strat, which is very effective on cargo, since you can use night vision here pretty effectively. The only thing that's very ineffective is typing in the code. Prefontaine and the team kill on Zero makes Viper's job a lot easier, albeit more confusing, because he clearly knows that he did not kill Zero. Very short nade coming out. Like I said, Viper is going to be a little confused here, figuring out why the person who he clearly didn't shoot or kill is suddenly dead. You see Death and Squigookin trade. And it's up to Viper to see if he could seal the deal and get his boys a point. Again. Using that shield very effectively. And knowing where to put it onto lanes. From a shield user's perspective, Cargo is all about using the lanes to your advantage. You can control where you put... Oh, and a nice nade downs Prefontaine. This will force either the rotation out of Cryocell, which it will look like it's doing. Yes, Cryocell is rotating to pick up his brethren. Oh, the miscommunication comes out. Bray is saying that he can get rezzed, but he's actually choosing not to. He's going to face it mano a mano with a shield guy, which is not the kind of setup that you want to have. And exactly what happens. When you face a shield, you want to have two people on it so you can force the angles in order to be able to kind of expose them or have to watch two places at the same time. When you are playing a shield, the name of the game is control. You want to control the battle as much as possible because you have that luxury. You don't want to be facing two people on one as a shield person, so you want to choose your battles, which, once again, you have that luxury of doing, and Viper expedited that perfectly. The team killing from Blaze is also not helping at all. Prefontaine on 0. Definitely did not help the situation at all. 0 could have helped Blaze take down Viper. But instead it kind of forced a 1v1. Round 3, we're on the Blaze's side here as they begin to make their push. And it's actually one of my favorite objectives. Blaze notably has been running with less shield work this time now that Naoko had left the team earlier this season. Immediate push coming from 0 as he gets right onto. Will Scooby-Doo see this? Yes, he will, but oh, the Molotov takes down 0 as well, along with UC Death. Prefontaine and Viper trade. And UC Death gets taken down by Noman. Or, I'm sorry, he takes down Noman. And now only one member of Blaze is still left standing with 2 Resable. And 2 members of BossFight with 1 Resable. Grousel gets the revive on Squigookin, effectively making it an even game. There's still one more to be rezzed, and that is Noman. Grousel gets taken down by Radar Head. He's hanging out in this corner. Having a hard time reloading there, buddy, aren't you? Yeah, you have to get up. Remember, we are all just puppet masters in VR. We're not really there. It's hard to reload when your magazine's through the floor. No one has double tapped Noman yet, and you possibly can. No, he can't, because the objective is blocking the way. Why do we have those there? Squigookin still has got a bit of a distance to go if he even wants to think about it. It looks like he's going to try to go for the res on Noman, but UC Death's actually going to start rotating around. At least he looks like he's preparing to. He's holding an angle there to make sure that no one comes tunnel side, but that's not going to happen anymore since there's only one movable member of Blaze still standing. And one providing those excellent callouts, which could maybe potentially get them to cap if UC Death doesn't get back onto objective in time if they do res Noman and take on Radar Head. The res does come out. Noman knows exactly where Radar Head is. He's been watching him for the past 3 minutes. He's beginning to make that rotation around. Does he still realize that Radar Head hasn't even rotated to a new defensive spot, or that he's still holding that angle? It's one thing that BossFight does really well. He has signaled his position. The satellite dish is in the way, but Noman doesn't care. He's able to find Radar Head and thus free up that objective. Blaze is looking pretty good here to take their first point. UC Death is the only one defending as of right now, and he's using that cargo container, but he's peeking out right now and he's not looking in the right spot. Noman signals for Squigookin to start pushing up through the center. It's a good way to pinch out UC Death. UC Death is defending the objective very effectively, so there probably won't be a cap coming out here. Noman sees UC Death, but UC Death doesn't see Noman, and Blaze take their first point. Hey, Pre got rid of that -1, so good on you, man. We're seeing kind of the meta for this objective be actually stay off of objective, defend the lanes rather than the actual objective itself. Which seems to work, but at the same time, you gotta know to rotate after shooting, because some of these defensive spots are actually very exposed once you know how to shoot in them. Mainly because a bunch of them aren't actually bulletproof, despite common belief. Looking at you, covered boxes. Popping into round 4 here. BossFight opting to go with a 3-2 push, 3 up the middle, 2 up the side. And it's working extremely well so far. 2 members of Blaze have been taken down off on the rush. See what Blaze is doing really quick here. Prefontaine's actually choosing to get really far off objective, try to catch anybody out who tries to go by this cargo container. We pan around here. One extremely off objective all the way back out there. Squigookin choosing to watch for the tunnel approach, which one member of BossFight actually will attempt to make, according to my map. And Cryocell actually on objective as I get out of this alleyway. Viper, once again with that shield. It's an incredible thing to carry on this map. You know how to use it. They aren't doing the tunnel approach, but Viper should be very equipped to take on Squigukin. Out on the corner here. Shots coming out. Hail fish. Hi fish. Trying to take down the member who's back there. That is Prefontaine. And Viper's got the attention of Squigukin. With no other help, Squigukin has to take down.
Come on, pop out. Oh,
fuck. The nade goes high, the nade goes high, so Viper is fine. The fake.
Come on, pop out. Come on. Come on. Oh.
Radar Head is able to take down Squigukin. Only one member of Blaze still standing. He rotates to objective very smartly. Matter of fact, he's doing a suicide run. Cryo runs right past Scooby-Doo. He's running off of objective. And Scooby's going tablet out. He's going to get tagged out by Cryocell. And that's going to get shut down. A very risky maneuver. Could have ended very badly. But luckily got shut down by BossFight. That shield is just so powerful on this map. I don't know why Blaze isn't at least putting one out with the shield. I think if every league team took the time to learn the art behind the shield, we could see some really incredible matches. I don't really like to express my opinion too much on cast. I know that the shield is a very controversial topic, but as a shield player, I think it is perfectly balanced. Because there are so many ways you can kill a shield guy, because I know this because I've been killed. I love seeing the shield battles too, as they are, you know, just having a perfectly immortal challenge, a boss fight, if you will. And getting creative on how to take down such a challenge, I think, is a challenge of its own, and a very fun one at that. Almost forgot to award the point. We're gonna pop back into the gameplay. This boss fight are on match point. They will attempt to defend themselves and get themselves a map 1 on Blaze's pick of a map. Molotov's coming out. Squigukin is a little freeze, actually. TLDR, Blaze is pushed up really far. Prefontaine gets taken down. One member of Blaze, 2 members of BossFight gone. Actually, 3 members to 2. It is 3-1 right now. Viper's the last one up. Ooh, and a nice C4 might take down Cryo. Oh, it doesn't, but Viper did throw that. So now it is down to a 2v1, something that is very manageable for Viper as he loots. And the remaining, or one of the remaining members of Blaze is actually choosing to come up from the south. They will sneak past the lonely Viper, who is very lonely at the moment. Viper's actually choosing to go very far off of objective. He can afford to. He does have that extra 2-point lead, but if they do cap, that does tie it up and put all of BossFight's work to waste. He's not looking the right way, and he will get taken down, and Blaze get themselves yet another point, but now they absolutely have to defend here. Sorry about that. I just had a someone message me saying that I wasn't streaming with the delay, but I am. And that is something I take very seriously, and I had to focus on that for just a quick second. We're gonna up the gameplay yet again. And push comes out of Blaze. Not too pushy as we've seen before on their Marsoc rounds. Pretty fun. Actually, Highfish is actually getting pretty aggressive as well. We see this is a bit more aggressive than I've seen out of boss fights so far. They usually take their time and wait to attack in the final 4 minutes. Noman takes down Highfish. The res can potentially come out, but Noman is trying to prevent that from happening. Oh, and a well-placed nade, but just a little too late as Noman is able to dodge that. Highfish does get the res from his captain. More shots come out as Noman's able to dodge those as well. We're back to a 5v5. Blaze really want to take their map here, but they are taking their time, more so than what we've seen before. Zero calling out the shield, which probably gives away his position. Highfish does go down. Cryo cell. Or I'm sorry, Highfish catches out Cryo. No! I'm wrong. Prefontaine catches out Vipers. Like I said before, if you get 2 people on the shield, you'll be able to take it out really easily. Because he is only armed with a pistol. Scooby-Doo. Begins to make a rotation, but gets called out immediately by Noman.
Could you nade it?
Can you nade it? No, not gonna. To rely on his own nade. Very well placed. No one there to receive it, though. Almost catches out Scooby. Oh, but what does? Oh, that's tragic. Scooby-Doo is now able to legally call out people after being downed. Prefontaine catches out Radar Head. Blaze is looking pretty good here to take it to a 3-3. They still have to see how their endgame works. The res comes out from UC Death onto Radar Head. Now it is a 2v4. A bit of a tall order, but nothing too much. We have seen pretty crazy stuff in these situations have happened before.
Should we fall back and rotate?
We've only got 2.5 minutes.
We've got more than enough time. It's tiny up.
More than enough time is not enough time as Prefontaine catches out Radar Head. And UC Death is here to clean up if he can. But someone is watching between those double grates there, which you cannot shoot through. And he's going to be looking the wrong way as the trade comes out from Noman and UC Death as Noman ties the game up and brings it into round 7. Congratulations to Noman for getting his double digits. Ooh, I am falling behind on these. There we go. We are into the final round here. Winner of this decides map 1. Very crucial step to winning a game in League if you're not familiar. This objective is a very interesting one. Shots coming out from Noman right off the bat, trying to pre-fire. Yeah, and he calls it out with the explicit language coming out of a League caster, but what am I to know? I'd fall victim to the same stuff too. Make its way up the right-hand side. Blaze are pushing as far out as they possibly can without getting an Amazon Prime delivery of lead delivered to them within 2 seconds. C4 going off prematurely. More shots going out. Still 5-5 with 4:46 left on the clock. Oh, and a nice nade. Oh, it's a smoke. But it does blind Scooby as the rest of the team makes their way up. UC Death gets taken down by Noman. Oh man, I can't even keep track of that. But Blaze only have 2 members left, and BossFight is down to 1, and Blaze take the first map after almost having BossFight run away with it. Noman carrying the team. And our next map will be Quarantine. I'm going to update it as soon as the map loads in. But don't y'all worry. There we go. I've loaded it just fine. No crashing. It's a good day. Our first objective will be the intersection objective, the one that's right by the rooftop. Very interesting one because this is very wide open, but we do see some pretty incredible caps coming out of this. So very exciting content coming your way from this. Gonna peek over to the tent really quick, see if there's any roster changes. And nope, we are still running with the same ones. We have Radar at Scooby-Doo, UC Death, Viper, Legil, and on the Blaze side we got Zero, Noman, Prefontaine, Squigookin, and Cryocell. We're seeing a bit more strategizing coming out on this one, because it's a bit more open than cargo, so you can't just willy-nilly it. It's going to take a look and see what Blaze's defense will look like. We do have a crater spawn for the Marsoc boys.
South spawn. South spawn, most likely.
I also wouldn't be surprised if we see Viper coming with a shield on this map as well. I personally I do find the shield very helpful on this map. We're not seeing a rampant push, and an M204 goes off onto the skeleton building, I believe. Signaling that there is indeed a north approach to Noman. We'll be waiting at this corner. Noman finds radar head. It is not ready for Scooby. Well, actually, he is. Noman down and out, but Scooby, DBNA, as players like to call it. And we'll get the res from Scooby as there is a 100% north push going on. 4 to 4.
I'm gonna get an angle on him.
With only...
How are we doing?
We're doing pretty good, Viper.
We getting kills?
One guy is on a rooftop.
Good call out. There is a man on the rooftop, but nades are getting traded all over the place. Scooby-Doo will find Cryocell. And Prefontaine will just chuck a nade over onto Squigookin, who snuck up. Now, if UC can't see him, but I think Squigookin sees UC death. UC. And Viper's actually choosing not to go with the shield this time, but he is taking a pretty open lane. The only person who he has to worry about is Zero, who's currently relatively obscured, but will be rotating in order to cover the lane that Viper and Legil are actually about to take.
Can't see him. I'm not risking it.
Got it, he's calling out our position.
I'm going to the west alley.
I recommend do not push down West Alley. Under rooftop is possible. They could also flank through middle. We've killed 2 of them so far that we know of.
Good callouts coming from the BossFight boys, trying to figure out where the rest of the positioning of the Blaze squad is. That's coming out
Double
from...
tap confirmed, double tap confirmed.
Yeah, he's just double tapping. And Squigookin will actually get caught out by Legil, making UC's job a lot easier, you see. I can make so many puns off that. Not really. It's just gonna get annoying. I guarantee it will get annoying. Zero trying to take down Legil. But Prefontaine will actually get the better of that.
Just me and you.
Prefontaine will get taken down by UC Death, and that's a wall.
It could be the fuselage, maybe.
Only one member of Blaze remaining with one Resible against the forces of the 2 remaining BossFight members, Legil and UC Death, I believe. Quick update on the map of what's going on. Prefontaine will go down or get confirmed, and UC will catch out Zero, giving BossFight the first win of map 2. Blaze took that first one. There we go. I'm falling behind here, guys. You gotta remind me. I want y'all screaming it out in chat. By the way, a shout out to everyone who has stopped by today to watch the VRML action going on. I do believe there is another cast going on as well with Sleepy taking what's the team names again? I believe it was Reality and one other teams whose name I cannot remember at the moment. I'm looking this up for you right now. It was Big Red One. No, I'm sorry. No, it's not Reality. It is Big Red One versus French Onward Union on Onward Master League 1. Where you can see what Chatting Parrot does in his team life. Or another caster. We're just casting all the casters today. No wonder. No wonder we're not seeing many other casters this week. They're all playing. We will hop into Blaze's attack onto the same objective, but this time it is a different spawn. Blaze will have the south spawn. Go take a look at what they're planning on doing. Let's take a listen in.
Alright, at least 2 went roof.
Radar Head is defending that middle burning. Let's actually take a peek at what the boss fight defense is like. We're kind of seeing a nice S coming out there. Ooh, Delman catches out Radar Head.
Center burning stairs.
Exactly where he said. Center burning stairs. No one else for him to shoot there, so don't expect any more action coming out from that position. Like I said before, we had a nice S going on from boss fight. It still is intact. So they have one less person to defend it with, and Cryocell sees something going on, but is unable to find any purchase with it. Noman catches Legel.
I got the armored truck, flanker. It's gonna be a pretty fucking tough cross.
Whoa, we're gonna get away from that potty mouth. From a caster? What is this? What is this nonsense? I give Noman a hard time. He did the same thing for me and Xandria. Let's go take a gander over to the boss fight side of things and look at our fellow caster there. Blaze is opting to go for the north push. 2 members of boss fight have already gone down, and UC Death will take Squigookin, giving boss fight their first happy little victory.
No, he seemed. Yeah, you can do, but he seemed alone.
And the way it looks like that, on the map at least, that Blaze is opting to kind of put the noose around boss fight here, as in surround the objective, and then all at the last minute it's looking like it's going to be push in and attack them from all sides. it's just gonna work very effectively. BossFight don't have the numbers to be able to take on all 4 members of Blaze attacking at the same time. Whoop. Smoke's coming out over the roof as Prefontaine and Zero begin to make their approach. Cryocell gets taken down by Viper, making it a fairly even match now. Blaze still can get that res going. As the attack begins to happen here, Scooby-Doo finds Zero. And Noman is left to his own defenses as BossFight take the man advantage now. Noman does know that he needs to take down the rooftop, but Prefontaine's got his back and takes it down for him. As we head into a 2v2 along the north side. Viper going along for the flank here, catches out Prefontaine. Only one member of Blaze still standing, who has the rooftop. A very expeditious point. Noman catches out Viper. The ultimate caster battle. Now we're down into a mano situation. No, you don't, Noman. You have 10 seconds. And our last guy... Oh, he just shoots him anyways. Could have just waited, but... if you just really like those kill numbers you see, Dad, let's see what you got. You have 5. You're doing pretty well. BossFight are running away with their map pick. That hasn't stopped Blaze before. They ran away with cargo at first. And Blaze was able to make it back in a 1v1 situation. So, very tight game so far. Very interesting to watch. I can tell you that our next objective is probably one of my favorite to cast, worst to play on. It is the ambulance objective. And I say that because it is as open as it can be. There is no cheeky places to cap. Unless you've managed to... Basically, the only way you can cap is that you drag one of the opponents away from the objective or steal his gun or something. Very spread out defense. Zero is the man on objective, and BossFight will immediately have the rooftop to work with. Shots coming out. Legel's able to find Cryo Cell. That is incorrect, Prefontaine, but Noman finds Viper and Squiggy finds Legel. Noman and Radar hit. Whoa, man. Noman catches out. Oh, man. They make those kill tickers really quick. Boss fight with 2 members still standing and Blaze at 3. Blaze is looking pretty good to defend here. We're unable to finish that sentence as Scooby-Doo dies after saying, "If I die right now." Now it is up to UC Death. Oh man, I wish I brought up the volume for you guys on that one. That was funny. UC's actually gone behind the camera. Can't stay out of the limelight for too long, UC Death, as you are the last man standing. The action's just gonna naturally follow you. The rest of Blaze go around playing like rock, paper, scissors with their indexes and whatnot. Other fun mini games Onward has to offer. Three members of Blaze still standing. Not really any of them except Zero have eyes on this crossing that UC is able to do. Now, knowing Zero, he usually takes a PKM. Might be able to catch him out if UC doesn't have any utility left to him. Seeing any shots come out of Zero, he might be able to make this crossing. Yeah, there's no way Zero could see him cross from where he is at. Zero instead is going to be relying on the guy who's on either, I think he's on the plane wing if my map's correct. Yes, he is. UC Death gets called out and spotted. No rotations coming from Blaze as of yet. Oh, no. There is a rotation from the north side. Just to make a pick onto whoever's on objective itself. More shots coming out from the men trucks, I believe. Or the tow trucks now, is because they replaced the model. And Blaze will be taking this round. And I left the overlay on. Look at that. My apologies, guys. Might as well do that and show you this at least. My apologies about the overlay. Doing so good at not doing that, but oh well, it happened. Scoreline is 5-5 right now. A very tight match. Blaze currently has the advantage. If they can take it on this map, they can win the game. You get that nice MMR. This time, I will not leave the overlay up. Yep, there you go. There's some gameplay. Once again, I am sincerely sorry about that. But Blaze did take the last round. Very spread out defense as Blaze actually have quick spawn and are going to use it with an incredible push coming up already.
No, we didn't get that far. Legio's at the broken part of the plane and I'm at the gazebo.
Viper's actually pushed out really far. He's able to shut down the north side if he could. Squigookin and Legel trade.
I downed him. I'm revivable.
Legel gets the better of that. And Cryocell gets taken down by Scooby-Doo, who then is able to get that revive going. BossFight looking pretty good here with a 5-3 man strong squad here. Blaze with the 3-man. Zero finds UC death. No res needed. He's in one of his favorite spots, but then gets caught out by Legel. And so now Blaze only has 2 to work with, both of which are on that north side. BossFight have almost perfectly shut down. Ooh, that's weird. You doesn't show that properly, but you really cannot see through that as well as you think you can there. It's just a little glitch. Viper may be seeing some action here really shortly if he's paying attention, but Prefontaine's actually just kind of slithering right past him. calls out Noman, finds Noman, but now Prefontaine knows exactly where Viper is, but he still continues the course without even pointing a finger. I don't think he's checked his tablet, so he might not even know that he's the last man standing. Let's do a quick onboard. So he does now, and he knows exactly where Viper is. Prefontaine hasn't made a single sound because he is literally proning. And so that's his one advantage he has over Viper. Viper has cover, and weaponry is the same. But Viper does have the advantage of having less of his body exposed. So Prefontaine's got to choose right when to make his move here. He might just try to leave Viper where he's at and maybe open it up for a cap. He's now going along the dune side. Same thing that we saw UC Death the previous round. Just a quick peek at the defensive layout. He is literally on the map boundary. Finds radar head. I would love to be able to zoom out here, but quite physically, I am on the map boundary. I can't go any further out. More shots coming out, and now everyone knows exactly where he is, and Scooby-Doo will finish out the round, giving BossFight the point they need to go to match point. And maybe be able to cement themselves in for map 3. Blaze here have to change something up if they want to be able to stay in this and potentially cement their victory. We are going to wait no further as the round 5 has started. A decent spread on defense from the Blaze boys. Shots coming out. I think they were trying to take down the person who's behind me, who's Viper. Two members have
Tank area. Glass building.
gone to the north. Ooh, and a nade will be coming out of 0. Oh, it was so good, but
Sorry, Scooby.
Noman is able to find radar head.
One down, black APC. One down, black APC. Cryo and me are in the north. Cryo's got no man's land. I got sucked in on the inside of rooftop, but I had to rotate.
One member of BossFight is trying to take on, quote, no man's land. That's Legel. More shots coming out as Cryo takes on Legel.
He's in the. Hold on. He's in the north objective. North objective. That position near the tank.
Two members, Viper and Scooby, are still caught up by 0, but they're actually choosing to go more north.
Ready to refrag on courtyard? If burning gets you, then you get fucked.
You cross. No, do more.
Want me to cross? I'll cross.
Do you want me to nuke 2 burning?
Go ahead. 2 burning and then we both go.
Zero's actually going into that secondary wall. Viper said he was gonna tube burning. I was gonna see. That worked, but I guess he changed his mind. Legel finds Cryocell. Makes it a little bit easier for them to take the north on, but Noman is there to catch the refrag. And Viper,
Another one down the north. 2 down north.
in vain, tries to do the same thing, and it does not work. BossFight are down 3 members, but Blaze is only down 1. The pressure comes on the middle. It's Scooby-Doo gets a very nice nade onto 0. UC Death gets Prefontaine. It's now 2-2 with 2 members of Blaze still able to get resurrected. 0 does have eyes on the objective. Squigookin actually finds UC Death, leaving it all up to Scooby-Doo.
Copy. I got one. I got the guy south. We got our guy.
That's at my body. He's at my body right now.
0 gets taken down on a double tap. And only 2 members A little quick there, Scooby. A little quick, but Blaze are slowly bringing it back, reeling it in. As Blaze goes up 2-3. Or BossFight continue 2-3. However you say that. The trading of rounds is definitely a thing here, even though I think what we're really seeing here is that Blaze is a bit more of a late bloomer when it comes to these maps here. They need to kind of understand how the enemy team is playing it, and then they adapt. The question is, will BossFight be able to adapt just enough in order to be able to take a map of their own, or will they give up the game in round 2? Push is coming out here as we go into round 5 or 6. There's already shots coming out from the Blaze boys as they try to make their push up. Not seeing so much of a formation as we see from the BossFight side. Cryo's actually opted to go from a drum to a standard mag. Hopefully that doesn't bite him later. Shots coming out as Viper is able to take on Cryocell from those wall there. It's a really good spot because you can kind of camouflage yourself behind the rebar and make yourself not the most visible of people. Viper with the amazing nade catches out Zero. Only downs him though. It seems to be a trend here. He might be able to catch the rotation if he's watching. Maybe not. There's a bit of a wall in the way. Caster Vision 2020. Oh, and the smoke actually helps Noman revive Zero. Blaze is just tied up in this corner here. They have still yet to make their move. Zero begins to focus his attention more on the south side. Noman gets taken down by Scooby. Calls out Zero perfectly. Zero pre-firing the top level, but is not able to find Radar Head. Radar Head is not there. Zero and UC Death trade. That's okay, because the sole remaining members of Blaze are actually on the middle here, so there's really no need for anyone to defend the south anymore. Another nade coming out a little bit skewed. And the colorful language coming out of Viper. Radarhead finds Prefontaine. It's now only up to Squigookin. Finish the round. He does find Scooby-Doo on that rooftop. Nice bouncy nade. Won't find anyone though. Squigookin finds Radar Head. Now is a 2v1. Squigookin is doing work here. Completely bypasses Viper, but it doesn't matter anyways. BossFight will take map 2 and keep themselves in this game. We will be waiting for the next map pick to come out, but BossFight were able to kind of secure it down doing the most BossFight way possible, which is to hold really good angles, hold those positions, and make sure no one can really get past certain lanes and lines. Now, just as a quick reminder, I do not know BossFight fans. They did not get in touch with me, but we do know that Suburbia has been banned by Blaze. We're still waiting on the final map pick. And it does appear that Cryocell has dropped from the game. So maybe that's the reason for the minor delay. And our final map will be, with the drum roll, please, Downfall. It still seems like that we are... Oh! Never mind. BossFight has actually subbed out one of their players. I do believe it is Legil for Sharku. And Silent Night will be making an appearance in this game in place of Cryocell. Now, our first objective will be the two-story dumpster building. Very interesting one, mainly because the sheer amount of capping points, including the basement. It's always an interesting one to watch, because Downfall is a very blank slate when you think about it as a map. A lot of different routes, especially with the new update, with kind of including more little gullies you can kind of sneak around in, and a little not so obvious cover, but a lot of people have been getting really creative with it. Still waiting on the round to start for map 3. There's another member of BossFight actually drops out. I do believe it is oh, they brought Legil back in. Means that I'm not gonna dwell on it. Not gonna dwell on it. And we are coming here live at the action once again. Downfall this time as Blaze's final pick to go into map 3 for the first round. And we will have a quick spawn right off the bat here. Let's see if both teams get aggressive here. If they choose to actually choose alternate lanes in order to kind of negate it. Scooby-Doo is taking a really good position. And Blaze have been taking this one a little bit slower than I would have predicted given their performance on Cargo. Currently, all their effort is focused on putting out the distractionary tablet out on the corner of the roof. Blaze have genuinely opted not to attack this with full force right into the middle hotel and try to make the fullest use of this quick spawn. Scooby-Doo gives away his position as he repositions his tablet to garner more attention. I should get shot by...
Guys, I need a res. I'm on the front corner of the rooftop. Yeah, just come upstairs real quick.
Very well done, Scooby. Confirmation nade tries to come out because Scooby is clearly downed. That is sarcasm if you can't tell. Meanwhile, while Scooby messes with Blaze on one side, Zero is actually choosing to go on a route that has been used plenty of times before now. Prefontaine will be able to find Scooby-Doo.
Not sure if we got rooftop, but he ducked down.
Sharku almost finding Prefontaine, but gets caught out by UC Dead Zero. Catches out Viper, but the DBNA
One down, one down.
is also able to catch out Legel. I'm surprised more teams don't even look for this flank anymore. It's been almost a lot of teams whenever I cast on Downfall use this flank almost religiously. Viper should be calling him out because I do believe where he is at probably has a good view. Oh no, he does.
My body is not exactly on top of the hill, but I think there's still one in...
There's a bit of scanning going on for Zero. BossFight down to 2. Blaze with 3. And Viper is not in a very resable spot at the moment, so... Sharku finds Squid Gookin. And Zero's able to find UC Death. He is... There's only 2 members of the team remaining. They do have the advantage because there's 1 member left, and he almost team kills.
Tower just left. No, that was me. Sorry.
The angry consoles be coming out. Viper's still calling out where things...
South Hill's running down the hill. He's running down the hill. He's in the open. Running down left of nest towards the chapel. He's behind a bush.
Yep, callouts are coming out. We're gonna see the confirm. And Zero is able to get his team a point. Yeah, I'm surprised a lot more like of these higher level teams aren't anticipating these upper mountain flanks. It almost seems like that it's almost religiously done now. Especially after I believe it was Defilade started doing it a couple seasons ago. Now, for those of you who are just tuning in, BossFight are still gotta give Blaze their point. BossFight and Blaze are competing on the last map to try to take this round or the game win here. There's been no decided yet on map 3.
Yeah, but it doesn't. It doesn't.
And we will have another quick spawn. Silent with those original trilogy memes. Come on, man, get with the times. It's prequel memes nowadays. I am the Senate. And Prefontaine may be going for the high ground here. And Skukukin reinforces the fact that with Blaze, always two there are. No more, no less. That is episode 1, I believe. Meanwhile, there is a mosh pit going on the boss fight side on this bungalow here. And Shark is able to find Zero right off the bat, giving a bit of an advantage. A bit of trading of fire happens between Scooby-Doo and a member of Blaze on objective himself. Silent's able to find Scooby-Doo
I may have gotten one. They're at the ice cream.
with a headshot, so no res available. Now down to a 4-4.
Another one shooting at me.
A nade going out onto objective finds Legel. The issue when you crowd this objective with this kind of a spawn, you cannot play this spawn slowly and go in this direction. Oh, and the nade just goes a little bit too far. Prefontaine is a lucky son of a wonderful person. Legel begins to make his approach in. There are two members on the... Got him. Doesn't matter anyways. We're seeing some severely stagnated approaches here as BossFight just seem to not be able to know what to do. You mind, this is a challenge, and BossFight come from a different culture of Onward than Blaze does. They are used to playing other EU teams who also play it very slow. And Viper gets a single shot headshot onto Silent Knight.
Roof's still up. We need to get him down.
Using that 12 times scope. Very well done. That'll free up Sharku greatly. You can't get down West Street without anybody getting past you, but Sharku has almost done exactly that. And Sharku just takes a bit of time to remember the code. And now he's in a place where Squigookin's not in the best position in order to be able to catch him out. So it's up to him and Prefontaine, but Prefontaine makes short work of him. Bring it down to a 2v3, and now we're back up to this... all the action happening at the middle hotel. I'm sorry, at the bungalow. As one of Blaze's flankers goes to intercept Viper because he has spent nearly 5 minutes in the same location. Another... oh, I thought he was pushing out. Viper is a little pinned where he's at. He's going to try to make a cross with the assistance of smoke. And it actually works out really well for him. They only have 1 minute left. I don't think they're checking their watches, but they are a little far away from the objective to be even thinking about trying to take down a flanker right now. Let the man chase after you. Go to objective. I don't know. Caster Vision's 2020. But him and UC Death have chosen to preoccupy themselves with the flanker. If their callouts are right, this could kind of work for their favor, but... you can only let them... if you're letting the man harass you, he's doing his job. Death is able to find Noman, the flanker. And 30 seconds remaining on the clock. Viper is absolutely right. Gotta move, gotta move. And him and UC Death will try to make their approach up, but Prefontaine will be there to meet UC Death. As UC Death doesn't even check his corners. This could... oh, Viper is on OBJ. Can he get this cap quick enough? Squigookin is rushing around. He is in the corner. Oh, Viper chooses to go for the kill. 2 seconds remaining. Blaze are going to take a second round from an excellent push from Viper. Wasn't able to get that code quick enough. For that one, you actually got to stick out the door just a little bit. But an excellent push at the end from BossFight. Shut down by Blaze. Kind of got a little caught up in the first 5 minutes of the round. Kind of unable to do anything. And allowing Blaze to kind of have complete control over that. Even in the final minutes. We'll be seeing a change of objective now that both teams have played the same objective, both attacking and defending. Our next one will be the helicopter bungalow. Always an interesting one as well. We're going to see a lot of people actually choosing to go defend from the north side when that is not this. Well, actually, is the spawn. Yeah, reading my map wrong. No one seems to have been calling it out just yet. Blaze has been pretty good about keeping themselves pretty under the wraps about their spawn point.
Go high and wide, so watch those hills. They will try and go through the hills.
And speaking of which, is Zero going to be doing the same thing? Yes, he will be. And he's going to easily get into those hills again. I see 3 people actually choose, basically make it look like a south spawn, but it really is a north spawn. Zero will be taking it to the edge of the map again, and he usually likes to take an M249, so... he definitely doesn't have the most accurate of weaponry. But it does seem to be pretty effective if someone tries to go on a rotation.
I'm at the back wall past the van. How exposed am I?
I haven't seen any movement in the hotel rooftop area yet.
Actually chooses to abandon north side. Leave all this sniping to the guy in the white tower. Silent. Called him Snilent. The Star Wars memer himself. Let's follow our fellow caster for a second. Prefontaine is able to find Viper, who's along that wall, if I am not mistaken. Yes, he is. He's actually in a perfect place for that flank there. Blaze have completely spread out and... Zero gets caught out by UC Death.
LMG is down. LMG is down.
Sharku taking some fire himself as my camera gets stuck inside a building. And once again, we're seeing these very far flanks coming out of Blaze here. Bree is getting dangerously close to objective. It's caught out by UC Death in a last minute peek. Noman now only has 3 able bodies against BossFight's 4. Squigookin takes down Scooby-Doo along that rooftop. Final. Oh, Noman also finds Sharku. 2 members of Boss Fight remaining. Noman is playing the Boss Fight game now, where they take their time, and Legel gets the peek on Noman. Oh, what a great flank. Now Legel's holding an angle where Silent's going to be in a really awkward position if he tries to. UC Death finds Squigookin. If Legel holds his angle there, which he does, he will be able to take the game and give Boss Fight their first point. We are really seeing UC Death bring it this map with 6 kills and 2 deaths. Very good stuff coming out of him. Scoreline has been tied pretty much this entire game here. Very good match. Everything pretty much is tied. It is 8-8, 1 map each. Could count the kills here, but I'm not feeling like math right now, actually. The kills are actually tied as well, with 12 apiece. I think everything's pretty much tied, or 13 apiece, I should say. We'll be seeing the same objective again. This time, Blaze will be defending. Let's bring you back into the action. It's simple, says no. Oh, it is North Spawn. I am reading my map wrong again.
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing here. Jesus Christ.
Come on, Noman, you're a caster, man. You should know these things. Casters in our potty language, man. TFH in particular is a very vulgar caster. All casters should not first person view TFH.
Yeah, I'm in the south. It's definitely safe.
Scooby-Doo's guy using this hotel here. Kind of like a viewpoint, I think. Oh, he does see someone.
Orange sheet walls.
He's going to get shot here if he's not too careful.
I think that's a different guy from the boulder guy.
Still unable to find, as he was on target. Let's follow this laser down as he uses his tracer fire onto Noman. Currently ducking for his life. Bit of a firefight going on. Oh, I don't know what happened there. I got bumped by controller. Zero finds Sharku. The battle between the captain, Scooby, and Noman still continues on.
Yeah, there's definitely two enemies. One boulder, one orange sheets. We lost a guy. Someone tell me about him.
Someone tell me about him. Zero finds Sharku along that north side.
Just to try to make
Boss-
sure there's no revive available.
Fair enough. I don't think there's still any more battle happening between Noman.
Yep, he's going back to.
Guys, orange sheet wall, boulder, dark room, brothel, ground floor. That's three enemies that we know where they are.
Rotation from Scooby is happening as he makes his way up onto the objective. I don't think Noman has moved yet. Oh, he has.
I'm on
He
your
just
backside
rotated
here.
now.
Not good enough.
Sass coming out of Silent Night. Zero's trying to take on, but Scooby-Doo is gonna try to get the re on. I do believe that is Zero.
There's a small chance I got brothel, ground floor.
No, you didn't get him yet. He drops his gun. It got so hot, I guess. The nade's still coming out as Blaze tries to fend off from BossFight. Legel will get the better of Squigookin, freeing up that end on the south side. And there is some serious action about to happen on the south side here as UC Death and Zero might square off here. Zero's been very vocal with that M249. Noman finds Legel. BossFight down yet another man yet again. And UC Death is able to perfectly take out Zero with a nice peek. Peeker's advantage. Noman taking down Viper. The rotation will come out as Silent gets taken down by UC Death. Objective is wide open. UC Death is memorizing the code. But Prefontaine with a nice rotation is able to prevent that from happening. Blaze go up 3-1. Blaze just coming in just in time for these kinds of things. Almost giving up caps twice here, but luckily just relying on one person to make that last minute rotation and shut it down. Very good opportunities being opened up by BossFight though, but they gotta just kind of make it click here and now, because now Blaze is on match point. could be the last match that cements Blaze win. We are on the deciding round, at least for Blaze. If you're a Blaze fan, but if you're a Boss Fight fan, they gotta do a little bit more work. But luckily, they have the have a bit of work to do. They want to be able to take this map here in this EU versus NA matchup. If you are just tuning in, I do have the scores from the OML 1 cast that was being done by Sleepy. French Onward Union wins over Big Red One 13-5. You can watch that replay on Honor Master League 1 or as soon to be uploaded for a VOD on YouTube. A massive north push is coming out of Blaze here. They've been pretty good with their attack runs. They will have a sniper along the backside as well. Viper will use that hill as cover in order to be able to kind of harass the north side. This will slow them down because they do not know that he's made a full rotation as of just yet. They'll be focusing on him more than they will be on Legel. Legel finds 0. Silent is getting aggressive. We're going to see a tale of two towers here. Legel's actually completely focused on this next window. Can he not give his position away? Is why he hasn't called it out just yet. Silent, I don't think initially knew. Oh, he's getting shot from the side as well, so everyone knows exactly where he is at now. Matter of fact, the entirety of Blaze have opted not to go beyond the tank because they know Legel is watching that. And now, Legel's giving Silence something to think about. Now it's actually choosing to run up the stairs under the cover of the smoke. Noman and Prefontaine find UC Death and Viper respectively. Legel. Oh, and a nice nade from Squigookin. We'll find Legel and thus clear up these Marsoc towers. BossFight down 2.5 members if we want to go off that statistic. Blaze is looking really good here to take map 3 when it counts the most.
Do we know if there's one in White Tower? Okay, 2.5 minutes.
Oh, Scooby almost had a perfect chance to take down Prefontaine when he was most exposed, but alas, that chance has passed. Scooby might get caught out here by Prefontaine, which he does. The only person remaining is the defender, Sharku. Oh, and Silent Knight confirms Viper. He was the one who was downed. It is all up to Sharku now to just hunker down, wait for everyone to come to objective. Hopefully not get seen. No, man.
Who would like to capture this objective, please?
Doesn't find Squigookin. I was wondering if that was gonna work. He does not find Squigookin. Blaze are able to get that kill as they force Sharku out and thus take the game. I'm a little wondering what was happening. I thought you could cap from this side there for a second. You can't do that. That's outside the range. Blaze take this whole game 10-8 over BossFight. And that will be it from us here at the Honor Master League. Next cast coming up, I believe is at 7. I'll have to look this up because I'm doing it. But anyways, I'm gonna let the bot do the outro and recognize all that we do. So from the Honor Master League, I will see you guys later in the day and have a good afternoon.